welcome to another Excel Basics video. In this video, let's understand how to make a bar chart along with 5 advanced tips. To make a bar chart, just select your data and then go to Insert, click on the column chart button here and select the bar chart. Now you might notice that the order of these items here, almond raspberry cluster to drinking cocoa, is reverse of how they are laid out here in my data. In my data, drinking cocoa is up top and almond raspberry cluster is at the bottom. To fix this problem, the tip number 1 is select the axis, just click on it and press Ctrl 1 to open the format options. From here, go to axis options and select the categories in reverse order button. When you check on that, you will see the categories listed as per your original data. Here is a quick bonus tip. Whenever you are making a bar graph, try adding a sort order on the data. This is really simple. Go back to your data, right click on the column that you want to sort and go to sort and then select the descending order. So for example, sort Z to A in this case, so that the product that has the highest sales goes to the top and the same information is also presented up top in your graph. Many times the default chart that gets created by Excel doesn't look so pretty. So my tip number 2 is how to style this bar graph so that it looks gorgeous. To do that, just select the graph and you can go to Chart Design ribbon, and here you will see that Excel gives you some pretty good predefined styles for your graph. You can select something that you like and click on it, and instantly that style gets applied to the chart. You can switch between the styles by selecting a different option here. You can also change the colors. Let's say you are not a big fan of the blue color, using this change colors button and select a different type of a color. For a moment there, I'm gonna revert back to the original style so that I can show you few more tricks. Another fun way to enhance your bar graphs is select the bars and press Ctrl 1 to open the format box. From there, you can go to this paint bucket option to change the fill settings. Go to the fill color, and right now it is filling just orange color. I'm gonna change this to a gradient and pick my orange gradient option here. The gradient is going from top to bottom. What I'll do is I'll change the direction so that you can get a little bit of depth and gradient style going on with your bars. While there, go to this effects option here and let's try adding a little bit of drop shadow effect on these bars. Now go to the series options and let's adjust the gap width from 182% to 50%. This will reduce the white space between the bars and you'll get a nice thick bar graph that has a little bit of styling going on. Feel free to experiment with all of these options to come up with your own style. Later on in the video, I'll show you another cool way to enhance your bar graphs. One of the common requirements with bar graphs is when you have more than one set of data. For example, here I have got both my February and March sales information for my products and I want to create a bar graph from it. Again, we're going to select the data, go to Insert and click on the bar graph. Here now we can use either a clustered bar graph or a stacked bar graph. A stacked bar graph is going to put one value on top of another so that you can also see the total values here. But for my next example, I really want to talk about the clustered ones. So I'm going to insert one more bar graph. First up, let me fix the axis direction because it is really bumming me out. So I'll select the axis, go to axis options and enable the categories in reverse order. As you can see, blue color tells me February and orange color is for March. Now my next tip is using the overlap options of bar graphs to tell a better story. To do that, click on either of these bars and then press Ctrl 1 to go to the format data series, and this time we are going to use the series overlap option. If you set the overlap to 50%, you'll see that one bar goes and sits on top of another bar. In fact, if you set this to 100%, you'll see that both bars perfectly overlap. In this case, as we want to compare February and March, I'm going to go with 50% and reduce the gap width to 50% as well. Now that we can see both Feb and March, I want to highlight the March values because that is the more current value. by selecting the February values and going to format, changing the color to a dull shade of orange. That's it. We can now quickly compare February and March values using the same graph. For an upcoming meeting, I want to present this bar graph with our product sales, but I also want to highlight our best selling product, hazelnut bars. To do that, we can add a column that tells me which product to highlight. So we can call this as highlight question mark and use a simple if formula. If the value in this row D7 is the maximum value of our entire data, make sure that that one is absolute reference. Then I want the D7 value, else I want nothing. So I'm going to use the NA function for that. What this does is it's going to give you NA for every value except for hazelnut bars. Once these values are there, let's add them to the bar graph here. To do that, just select the values, Ctrl C to copy, select the graph and Ctrl V to paste. Now the hazelnut bar information is also added to the graph and it is also coincidentally in the same orange color. At this point, I'm going to select my first series and I'm going to make that into a dull shade of orange. Now I'll select the second series and use the overlap of 100%. This gives you an automatic highlight option for the maximum value. The beautiful thing with this is it is all dynamic. So if your data changes, let's say for the next month, hazelnut is no longer the winner, it's the spicy special slims. So I'm going to make this 620 and automatically the highlighting will move as well. While there, let me tell you another bonus trick to customize the bar graph so that it tells a better story. A quick way to enhance the bar graph is if you have just a few items, take out the axis as well as the grid lines and instead add data labels. To add the data labels, select the bar graph items and click on this plus button and enable data labels. By default, the data labels will go outside, but if you want, while selecting the data labels, go to format data labels. Again, the shortcut is Ctrl 1 for that and go to label options and place them inside end. Let's also add a chart title. I'm going to move the chart title all the way to the left and then just type a title that is meaningful. That looks pretty. My last trick is about how to make a bar graph with pictures. Once you have the graph, select a picture. In this case, I'm using a small chunk of chocolate bar. You want the picture to be really small, so make sure you size it accordingly and then copy the picture. Ctrl C, select the bars and paste it with Ctrl V. This is going to initially scale the entire picture into the bar as one item. While keeping the bar selected, go to the fill options and it is stretching the picture. Instead, use the stack option and you'll get nice little chocolate bars going on in the screen. How yummy is that? For more Excel basics, check out the Excel basics playlist that shows up on the screen. I'll catch you there. Bye.